My name is Eduardo Rodríguez Gómez. I am a professor and researcher at Carlos III University of Madrid, and this video will introduce our work titled Creative and Cultural Industries in Madrid, Economic Context and Development 2008-2014. This research is the result of the research project entitled Transformation of Cultural and Creative Industries in Spain, Digital Change, Competitiveness, Employment and Contribution to the Social Well-being in 2002 Horizon. Funded by the Ministry of Economy and Competitiveness in the Ibero-American Observatory of Communication of Universidad Autónoma de Barcelona, and whose main research is Marcial Murciano Martínez. Cultural or creative industries are one of the key sectors considered by the European Union in the framework of the strategy Horizon 2020 and offer a high potential as trigger of the innovation processes by activating resources, knowledge and creative talent. Verifying the status and progress of CCIs help to confirm their strengths and weaknesses and gain awareness about the management of their resources, observing the socio-economic trends in the current crisis context and inferring whether it is necessary to adopt a change of a strategy by corresponding public administrations. The Community of Madrid is the main focus of Spain regarding cultural and creative industries, so measuring their economic impact in aspects such as investment or employment is of vital relevance for the economic development of the region, but also the country as well. To apply corrective policies that are transversally coherent, a homogeneous measuring system between the different autonomous communities is needed, and that, at the same time, must be harmonized with the standards of the European Union. The first objective of this article is to introduce a model using a harmonized and comparable methodology between autonomous communities, explaining the evolution of CCIs in the Community of Madrid of the current crisis context and the digital change, so to know to what extent they have contributed to the generation of employment and what has been their contribution to the enrichment of the region and the national gross domestic product. The second objective is the construction of economic and social indicators using a harmonized and comparable methodology between autonomous communities and comparable with the European Union standards as well, which improve current statistical parameters and facilitate the implementation of policies by the autonomic government, which does not have a strategic plan helping CCAs available so far, as other autonomies do, establishing a better connection with the goals of the Horizon 2020 program. Regarding the methodology, a statistical model has been generated with data comparable to those used by the European Union and UNESCO, based on the surveys from the National Statistics Institute and reports from the Ministry of Education, Culture and Sport, among other sources. Cultural and creative sectors selected based on the National Classification of Business Activities are books and press, audiovisual, architecture, advertisement, performative fine arts, libraries, archives and museums. Results and conclusions. Public policies. The society and the scientific community have accepted that cultural and creative activities generate innovation and have a great potential for the economic development, whereas they have an increasing relevant role. Despite this and the huge weight the City of Madrid represents in the field of CCAs, public decisions targeted to promote this sector haven't had a preferential place in the political agenda of last years. The reduction in public subsidies sums up to the contraction in the acquisition capacity of consumers, even below the development of the economy of the region, which caused Madrid natives to reduce their expenses in all budgets, especially those dedicated to activities that are not essential needs, such as cultural consumption. On the other hand, the changes envisioned in the new plans and programs that the European Union will activate with the Creative Europe Programme 2014-2020 are worth mentioning. In them, it can be concluded that CCIs gain a new relevance in the UA strategy, which leads to thinking that a good part of the development of CCIs in the following years will walk hand by hand with European institutions through their public policies, even more than with local or autonomous institutions. Dominant industries of Community of Madrid and effects on the crisis. The sector of cultural industries has been severely damaged by a prolonged crisis that has set them aside to the last places in the public investment of the community and the consumption of their inhabitants. CCI companies, especially pymes, comprising 90% of the sector, face serious problems derived from the situation of current crisis and the difficulty of access to public funding. All subsectors and their economic magnitudes have been affected: drop of employment, closure of companies, reduction in business volume, etc. However, CCIs have continued to contribute to the increase of the city's appeal for the benefit of the residents and visitors, and constitute one of the strengths of greater value in the cities. Currently, the audiovisual sector, advertisement and edition of books and newspapers comprise the three main axes sustaining CCAs in the Community of Madrid, because they sum up to 83% of the business volume and employ 65% of sector workers. It is evident that the culture and creative industry is a very dynamic activity, especially in the middle of a change of the digital paradigm, and that failures have happened and will continue to do so. But it is precisely for this reason that the economic and social weight they represent is undeniable in the regional development, and they should be object of greater interest by administrations and local governments, either due to reduction in taxes or through direct funding. Statistical Model Localcom of Cultural and Creative Industry, MELIS. Statistical Model Localcom of Cultural and Creative Industries, MELIC. In response to the second of our objectives, this research evidences the results for Community of Madrid derived from the research and development project entitled The Transformation of Cultural and Creative Industries in Spain. This project, which global results can be consulted on the website of the Ibero-American Observatory of Communication, shows data for all autonomous communities of the following indicators: total population, rural population, poverty risk, education level, public expenses, cultural consumption, and active employees, the number of companies, business volume, and gross added value of CCIs. Configuration of databases in harmony with European standards admits comparison among autonomous communities, enabling implementation by the state and regional governments, the Community of Madrid in this case, to establish execution policies that are better organized, as well as a better connection with the objectives of the Horizon 2020 program.